Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Stone Block 3 land? Question mark? Yes, we are. Of course we are. Of course we are. Now got my 3 crafting units, which we need to give a bank of memory to. We may at a later date change these. I'm going to go 4K initially. The initial gambit I'm throwing down is 4K. We're going to see how that works out for us. What I do need to do is, if I can, make an import bus. We want an ME import bus, which requires that there annihilation core, I believe. Let me just see. Annihilation core. Yeah, can we make some annihilation core? We should be able to. Genuinely believe we should be able to go down. I wish this would stop jumping around. I work out where everything is, and then it just jumps around, jumps up, and gets down. Right, we can make a couple of them. It's fine. We'll have 4 of them in stock. And have we got the other? See, it's jumped again. Stupid thing. Stop with the jumping around. How am I supposed to find anything if you jump around? Jump around. Jump up, and get down. Isn't it? And then we potentially want, so we've got 4 and 4, and import bus. It's going to require a sticky piston, which is going to be problematic. It might not be problematic. The piston itself is doable. Good. We just need to make it sticky. We'll need a source of cobblestone that can draw on, I think. Which shouldn't be a crisis. We're probably going to need to have... We've got sand that it can draw on. But we need to let it make its own glass. That's always a big win when you get it making its own glass. We need slime. There are more slimes around. If I check the mini-map, we usually get slimes down in this room in my lower mining area. We usually get slimes in there. So if I make that a sticky piston, which we could do in our personal inventory, that should be everything we need to make the annihilation core import bus jobby thingy majiggy. I don't know whether we need to put a filter on it. We will find out. Okay, there's our import bus. I can't remember how these work. This could go horribly wrong, but let's see what happens. Yep, it just emptied that. That's fine. So we want to put a filter on that. We will take that out of there, stop that doing that. That's all gone into the ME system now. Which wasn't what we wanted to happen, but we kind of figured that would happen. That just is a thing. Yeah, that's all got to go back at some point. So there's one of those in there. That's okay. That's where that needs to be. Can I take that one and use it as a filter? Can I set filters up natively on that, or do I need some sort of filter add-on? Do you know, I wish I could remember. Do you know, I do wish I could remember. Alright, does that now work? Yes. Good. So that is now chewing through those. We need those to go into this, which shouldn't be a problem. They're done. So they can go there. So if we get an export bus, question mark, but is it, can we put an export bus, a crafting card in an export bus? We're initially just going to go with an export bus because we're controlling this process by feeding the stuff in. We're not taking up that much storage, so we should be good. We need another piston, which we should be able to do. And we need those. And we put that on the side of there, like so. Then we click on it, and we say you're exporting those. Excellent. So you can have that lot as well. And that should boost that number. So that's working. That's chewing on them, and they're going straight into that one, and that's doing that job. We now need to work out whether we can actually do import-export buses on these, which is going to be an interesting one. So we could do with another import and export bus, and I think we've got enough bits and bobs for that. We just need some slime. How's our cobblestone holding up? Good, 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 good. Because that's what's making our pistons at the moment. We just want... Should we take all the slime and stick it in the ME system? We're going to use it. We're going to use it. We want to put the slime in the ME system. Excellent. So it will do that. Stuff will move around as it does stuff downstairs. That is one annoying feature of this system. When you've got a lot of automation going off all the time, things jiggle around, and it can make life a little more complicated than it needs to be. Right, so we need a piston and a sticky piston. So we're going to go with 2 pistons. 1 and... We're running low on wood, actually. 2 pistons. One of those is going to become a sticky piston, which we can do easy like. Nice. And so then we can make the import bus like that, and the export bus like that. So let's go do some science downstairs and see if this works for us. Is that still going? It's got 18 left. I don't know how many that's got to do. So we need the outputs from these, your basic raws, to get fed into that. But at the bottom of this one, we haven't got the Fluix cable, is going to be an export bus. Ooh, we need to feed into the bottom of this one twice, don't we? Ooh, that could be messy. That could be messy. No, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. We just need some more Fluix cable. Because we need to feed into the bottom and feed in. Take in, take out. Ooh, there's more there than I thought there was, isn't there? There's more there than I thought there was. That's a little irritating that I've missed that. Because we've got to have redstone fed in there. The thing from there fed in there. Is that all done? Okay, cool. So those things, these, need to be the thing that gets fed into this at the bottom. Yes, yes. So we're going to say import bus and export bus. Is that right? Yeah. They're supposed to be, well, they are kind of arrows, aren't they? So that is going to be pulling, if I just put one of those there, them. And that is going to be pushing them. But that's also going to be pulling the other two. And that's also going to be pushing the other two. Yes. I think. I love this. So if I put all of them in there, they should start dropping. But it can only do one at a time. That's fine. Because we can put that down. What we don't want... No, we don't want that there yet. So we need another import-export bus. Don't we? We need another wham-bam import-export bus combo. We need to do that again to feed it into there. And then pull the finished item out again. So that's what we want to feed in. What we want to pull out and feed in. If we grab that, one, it should load another one and stomp it. It does. Good. Good. That seems to be working. It seems to be smart enough to do what we need it to do there. Can we make some of these there, them, is, annihilation, and... I thought making 4 of them. I never like to make too many of these. Because it once you've got this ME system, it kind of stealth drains your resources. Which is just devious and underhanded. We need more pistons. If I put some wood in there, as well as some cobblestone, which I don't like doing... You'd better believe I don't like doing that. But we do need to do it. We will probably have to attach viable sources for these so that we don't have to store them ourselves. Which is going to be a pain. But short-term pain, long-term gain. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that has done... We're doing alright. We're doing alright. It's not terrible yet. Confidence. Did you like the confidence? So we want to make some more pistons. Can we make 1, 2 more pistons? 3, 4 more pistons? We're going big. We're going... Jesus Christ, we've gone big. When did that happen? When did we get confident? Sticky pistons. 2 of these will need to be sticky. 1, 2. Nice. Then we can go with the import bus. 1, 2. And the export bus. 1, 2. Now, theoretically, that's all we need to make this semi-automated down here. Not fully. Because we still need to automate that thing properly. So we're going to say that is an... import bus, and that is an export bus. Yes, that is correct. We're going to say that that exports those, and that imports those, as well as other things. There will be other things. If we connect that up now, that should do that, and then that should stomp that. Then we need to grab that off there. I'm just moving some stuff around here. And then, if I can break this temporarily, because I don't want this to just fire up. The ME system is storing those for us, which is fine. It can do that. It will stop that backlogging. So we need to pull out of there, which is that one. And we need to pull out of there that. And then we need to hook that up. Then that should pull out. That should dump another one in. And that should crack on with itself. Nice. That's working. That's out of redstone. But we've got an export bus, so we could just dump redstone into that. We have one spare export bus, because apparently someone here can't count. So we can just break that hopper like that. and say we are exporting redstone into there. We just need to get some redstone. So we've got a system that kind of works. It's not perfect, but it kind of works. Is that right? Is that right? I think that's right. So you are exporting redstone and you are hooked up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that. We can't put any more on this system, which is fine. I think that's this system side complete. Nice. We need import buses for all of these. Do we need export buses? Because we don't just pull out of these, do we? We have to put into these too. I didn't think of that. Do we want to drop a cable down the middle here as well? Because we're going to need to pull out of that, push into that, pull out of that, push. And these are going to be on craft only type things. Initially we could just throw a stack on there and it will do the job. As long as this has got plenty to chew on, because that is going to run out regularly. And that's how, in essence, we're controlling the system. We're controlling the system by limiting what goes in that hopper at the moment. Everything else kind of just chewing through. And that's a good thing, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Theoretically, we could put that in there and it'll find a home for it. So what do we want to do? What did I just say? We need import buses, don't we? Import buses. But initially, yeah, we need import buses, which is sticky pistons, of course it is. The sticky pistons just adds an extra layer of complexity to the piece. It's fine, not a problem. We need 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And we need to make them sticky. Why is it sticky? There we go. And then we... How many? We've got 4 annihilation cores, so that should be good to go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 3 import buses. Do we want to do this yet, or do we just want to moderate this to start with? Because I don't want the buses to start pulling things until we're ready for them to start pulling things. So we need a diamond, just the one. And we need a set of quartz crystal, just the one. We can throw those and a gold bar, because we haven't done the first stage of the automation downstairs, which is it's not bad, but we probably should have started at the beginning. Alrighty, so you have that. You have that. And you have that. Alright, so that's done. We'll take that. And step 1 is Shazbat. I've forgotten something else as well, haven't I? I have forgotten something else. We probably need another cable dropping down, getting in there somewhere. In fact, we need to lose that hopper, don't we? We can lose that hopper now. And we'll bring a cable down this side too, because we need to feed into that. But I think that's quite high loaded, so we don't want to do that. Right, that's an export bus, isn't it? God damn, it never ends. It never ends. It never ends. We're going to need more of the Fluix cable, probably. That's probably enough. And we want import buses, which is these. Isn't that what we just made? 3 import buses? Yeah, no, we want an export bus, don't we? That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm tying my brain up in tiny little knots. Tiny little knots. There we go. Good. That should be all she wrote. So that goes on there, and that takes those. Like that. And this has an import bus on it, and that needs to import those. So if gold goes in there, that will pull that out, and then that will send that into there. Yes, yes. I grab that off and put that on the side there, and then we set that to pull those, and then we set that also to deal with those. Oh, those are locked down. We need to expand that. That needs a bigger upper on it. So is that pulling those? It is. Good. So we'll grab that one too and pop that on the side. And that one is programmed with the engineering. We need whatever these take to expand. Desperately now trying to remember how you expand the storage in these. Equal distribution card, redstone card, overflow destruction card, fuzzy logic card, acceleration card, inverter card, crafting card, energy card, equal distribution card. It's definitely a card we need to put in this, but I cannot remember what card it is. Maybe it's not. Capacity card. Capacity card? Capacity card. That's what we want. We want a couple... Ooh, we're going to need a few of them, aren't we? Because we need to boost a lot of stuff down the side there. How do we make capacity cards? Kadoosh is a blank card. Which shouldn't be a problem. What is that? Gold. We need some gold. Gold. Why all of a sudden are we using gold? I'm not against it. We should have some. Let's go for a full stack. Because we can. Gold suddenly, you know, coming to the fore here. All of a sudden, we're seeing backlogs we've never seen before. Gold is going to be one of them. We are going to automate gold. Don't worry about that. But right now, we don't have it. 1, 2, 3. We're going with 6 of those? Question mark? Maybe more. 8, 10. We're going 10 of those. Jeez. We went big. We went big. Sorry about that. Capacity card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going all capacity cards. Hopefully that's enough. I think you can double down on these, so I think adding 1 will boost the capacity a little bit. Now we don't need to worry about that. We do need to worry about that one. That one does need to be boosted. So you can have a capacity card. And you can take those. And those. Perfect. You haven't got a capacity card yet, but you will need one. You will need a capacity card. You will need a capacity card because you've got to pull out 3 different items. And you will need a capacity card because you've got to put in 3 different items. And you're just pulling. Oh, we're gonna capacity you anyway because we want to be specific about what you're pulling out. Good. So that should have 64. It does. So the internal stack on that is 64, which is perfect. Absolutely wizard. So we can now set that to pull that. That does. That pulls that. That does. This needs to be cabled up, which is not a problem. So we use 6 of those capacity cards. I thought we were being overconfident with 10, but we've used 6 of the bloody things. So that should put something on there. Only it's all in my inventory, so it won't. That's a true story. And that should jam. When we initiate this, gold ones should go through. That one should go through, no problem. Those ones won't. They should jam up because that import bus can't pull them. So that has jammed. So if we grab that out and pop that in there. Ew. So that now pulls calculation and we're out of the... Of course we are. Of course we're out of the cooked silicon. Why wouldn't we be out of the cooked silicon? Which is going to have to be nether quartz again. Bop, bop. We're going 2 stacks this time because, Jesus, we've used a lot of that. We've got a lot of redundant logic jobbies, which we'll probably just have to accept and burn through over time. But right now, I just need some of this stuff cooking off. Vite, vite. We need a faster cooking method. I mean, automation will resolve this and other problems, but right now we need a faster process. Just for the casual cooking that we do. 4 will get us in the ballpark. It'll clear the backlogs anyway. And then we just need to load her up and be ready. So if I put them in there, this should immediately start doing stuff. This should suddenly get satisfied, but it will jam, I think. Yep, that's jammed. Good, so that diamond one goes in there, like that. And then this one needs to have that, and have that. And these go back in the ME system. It's a little bit tedious going up and down the stairs. If we took a terminal with us, we could work down there, but at the moment, we're just not that advanced. But we're nearly there. So we pull that out. That should go again. So that should be a step. Yep, that's all good. And we pull that out, and that should be the final one. Incomplete engineering. And then they go into this one with that. And that should kick off straight away, because there is something sitting in there. Good. We'll go and offload these 2. Then we'll just program the last steps in, and then that's basically a functioning system. Moderated by what we put in the initial feeder. By that hopper there is currently our moderating factor. Right, you can chew those as well, which should just pull that straight out. Unless that was the other one. It was the other one. There we go. So those should just appear in our system now. Absolute wizard. So, we can test. We can do a quick test. but I'm pretty confident that's gone end to end without any intervention. I'm not even going to test it. I'm just going to say that works. We've got 1 engineering, 69 logic, and 28 calculation. And they are now theoretically craftable, but they're not, which is fine. So we started off with a dream of making crafting things. We haven't got to that dream yet. We're not there yet, but we now have randomly, as a sidestep, automated to a certain degree. We're not all the way there, because we do need the crafting before we can get all the way there. To a certain degree, we've automated producing the processes, and that's a good step forward. So, from Furryearsworld for now, we are going to stare into the fire and say, ta-ta for now.